Hey, sorry that this video is late, but was shorthanded at work. I've been working 50 hours a week, which is more than I'm used to. And this week in particular, because of how they scheduled it, I end up being scheduled 10 days in a row, which is a long time to be working. And right now I'm just exhausted, physically and mentally exhausted. But I know I have to get this video up, so I'm actually here. It's like midnight right now. Just got home from work, just got out of the shower. And so, yeah, I'm going to record it, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, edit and upload it, then take a nap, and then go back to work and do it all over again. Also, because of my new schedule at work from now on, just check the channel Tuesday morning. I mean, it's always possible I'll still put up the video Monday morning, but in case I'm late, we're just going to say that the new schedule is Tuesdays and Fridays. There are never any games Monday anyways, and if there are, I'll include those on the Friday video. Greetings and welcome to the Fan Perspective. I'm your host Nathan Lyle, and this is WNBA Weekly. And despite the fact that I'm so tired, I can barely stand up right now, I have to bring you the news. Here's what happened over the weekend. So on Friday you had 4 games. McCoughtry led the team with 18 points and 6 assists. The Dream grabbed their 6th straight win, while handing the Liberty their 5th straight loss. And then Lawson had a team-high 14 points. Kia Vaughn had a double-double, but Maya Moore nearly triple-doubled. She led the team with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. And the Lynx handed the Mystics their 3rd straight loss. And then Epiphany Prince, she led the team with 18 points, but the Fever had 5 players in double figures. Erlana Larkins had a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds. The Fever come back to grab a win. And then Glory Johnson and Courtney Paris, they both had double-doubles, but it wasn't enough as 4 Mercury starters scored in double figures, led by 28 points and 6 blocks from Griner, and a double-double from Taurasi, 14 points, 12 assists, and the Mercury, they win their 3rd straight. There were no games played on Saturday, but on Sunday you had a full slate, and I actually got to watch the first one, and it was fucking exciting. Epiphany Prince had a big day. She had 24 points. The big story of the day, though, one, Jessica Breland, she led the team with a career-high 26 points and 7 blocks, and just for good measure, she also added 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal before she fouled out in overtime. Let me read that stat line again. A career-high 26 points, a team-high 10 rebounds, a career-high 7 blocks, and also 5 assists and a steal. Got a badass over here. But the game went into overtime, and behind Skylar Diggins, who had a career-high 33 points, she led the team in 6 steals. Glory Johnson had a double-double. Odyssey Sims was 1 assist short of a double-double. And the Tulsa Shock, they win their first road game of the season, and for the first time since moving to Tulsa, they managed to win a game in Chicago. And then in one of the most surprising games of the weekend, McCoughtry, she led the team with 33 points, 10 rebounds. But Cappy Pondexter, she led the team with 23 points and a season-high 8 assists. And the Liberty were able to grab the win. And so on the same night, the longest losing streak in the league and the longest winning streak in the league both come to an end. But the Dream have nothing to worry about. They're still very securely locked into first place in the East. And then in a game I was able to see the beginning of, but was not able to stick around for the second half of, because I have a job, because I have to make money to pay bills, so I can do shit like this. Anyways, the Sparks, they had double-doubles from Nneka Ogwumike and Jontel Lavender, but despite nearly having a double-double, Candace Parker had almost as many turnovers as she did rebounds. And Becky Hammond, she made history by becoming just the 2nd player in league history with over 800 career 3-pointers. And D-Rob, she tied to lead the team with 13 points, including the go-ahead bucket with 8 seconds left. Does it look like I'm sweating? I mean, can you tell that there's moisture on my face? I'm not sweating, I just got out of the shower. I'm not 100% dry yet. Karima Christmas led the way with 18 points, but the Lynx had 4 starters in double figures, led by 25 points from Maya Moore, as the Lynx, they win their 2nd straight game. And then Bria Hartley, she led the Mystics with a career-high 26 points, but behind 22 points from Little and 21 from Sue Bird, the Storm were able to grab an overtime win. So after that wild weekend, here are the standings. And I just want to say briefly that, wow, it's amazing how much can happen in a short amount of time, because it was only like, a couple weeks ago that the Connecticut Sun were at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, the bottom of the league, and now suddenly they're in second place in the East, just quietly on a, six-game winning streak? Whatever. It's been a wild and wacky year so far. I figured at this point in the season, Connecticut and New York would have been just like flipped. And with Chicago, they'll be fine as soon as they get Della Dunn and Fowles back. As soon as they get their 2 stars and their leaders back, they're going to be the best team in the Eastern Conference. Just wait till August, Atlanta fans. Chicago's coming. So a few games to look forward to this weekend. First of all, Tuesday, which is today, you have Washington at San Antonio. Actually, it might not be today. You could be watching this on Wednesday, Thursday, or even Friday. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going to edit this part out. So on Tuesday, you've got a couple of games. The first one, Washington at San Antonio. Washington is on a 4-game losing streak. San Antonio is on a 3-game winning streak. As a Stars fan, I hope that both of these streaks stay alive. But honestly, it's just been a crazy season so far. So as a Stars fan, I just hope that both of these streaks stay alive, but it's been a crazy season so far. I'm done trying to predict anything. I'm just going to tell you that this game is going to be played at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you're so check your local listings, or if you have live access, you can watch it on there. But if you're an early riser and you feel like checking out a game, why not? Then you've got Seattle at Los Angeles. The 2 teams at the bottom of the Western Conference, they've both got future Hall of Famers. It's hard to say what's wrong. With Seattle, it's obvious, just like chemistry issues, because they've got so many new pieces. Suber just trying to fight back to 100%. She's looking better as the season goes along. Los Angeles, I don't know. There just seems to be something different wrong with them every time I watch them. Hey, sometimes you have an off year. Sometimes you just get off to a bad start and then you come roaring back at the last month. I think that's probably what's going to happen here. After the All-Star game, I expect them to just make a surge. I will honestly be shocked as hell if the Sparks finish less than 3rd. Anyway, that game begins at 3:30 Eastern Time. So both of them more afternoon games. Then on Wednesday, you've got Chicago at Connecticut. The Sun have climbed up into 2nd place in the East, while Chicago has fallen down to 4th. But they're looking to try to rise back up. This game is at 7 Eastern Time. And Chicago, they played well at times, but as I said before, when Fowles and Della Dunn come back, they'll be fine. But until then, it's just hard to have confidence in them. Prince, she looks like she's got her rhythm back. Breland's playing incredibly well, but they just keep finding ways to lose. They're 1-4 without Della Dunn now. And you've got Tulsa at Indiana. This game's at 7 Eastern Standard Time. And the Shock, they finally won their first road game of the year. Now they're looking to make it 2 in a row. And this is the first time they played each other this season, so it's hard to know how well they'll match up. Indiana, it's hard to tell. They had a losing streak to start the season, then a winning streak, and since then they've just been alternating wins and losses, which would mean they're due for a win right now. But Tulsa, they're looking incredibly great right now. I think they've got a lot of confidence. They're going to come with a lot of fire. Honestly, the only question I want to know is Tamika Catching going to play at all this season? Seriously. Then on Thursday, you've got Atlanta at San Antonio. They faced each other on opening night, and Atlanta came away with a tough win. They both look better now than they did then, but even so, one of these teams definitely looks scarier, and I'm just not going to say which one, because this just came in the mail for me this morning. It's a mission belt. It has no holes. You just strap it in, and it's like pretty cool. Damn, this moisture buildup. Keep dripping, damn it. Well, that's it for this edition of WNBA Weekly. Tune in on Friday for another brand new edition. And until then, this has been The Fan Perspective. I'm your host, Nathan Lau, and I hope you have a better week than me, which is almost impossible not to, unless you're stuck in the hospital or something.